Hi, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Emma, this is Destination FBA and I'm a seller on Amazon via the Amazon FBA program. So I've been doing this for a little while now. I've been uploading these videos for the past year so I can share my journey, just share things I learned along the way, hints, tips, general advice that might help you out, especially if you are new to sell on Amazon. Now what I wanted to look at with you today is historical data charts and why they are so important when it comes to analysing those deals. Now we have looked at analysing in previous videos, so we've looked at all the different things we need to be aware of, so things like the profit margin, the return on investment, the sales, the BSR. There is so much information we need to look at. It's not just a case of looking at one or two things, we need to look at everything as a whole to help make our decision. Those historical data charts play a huge part in this. So in my previous video I did some retail arbitrage and you could actually watch me scanning items, looking at all the information within BuyBot Go, which is the mobile app of BuyBot Pro. This is a deal analysing software that I use. So I scanned the items, you could see the return, the profit margin, whether I was eligible to sell the item, all that information was there. I also took a look at the historical data on every single item. Now after that video was uploaded, I did have a comment asking why I'd made certain purchases because the BuyBot Pro score was quite low. So I just wanted to go through this today. I just wanted to cover it again just to explain the reasons for this. So within BuyBot Pro, you can actually set your criteria for your return on investment and for your profit. So if you scan an item and it's outside of that criteria, it will give you a low score. Now normally if an item was outside my criteria, I would probably avoid it altogether. But it's not all about the return, it's the profit. You've got to look at the sales as well. So if, for example, I purchased an item, the return was only 15%, but the profit was £5 on every single item, and there was a huge amount of sales, it would make sense for me to purchase as much as I can. So whilst a 15% return might seem very low, 100 items at £5 profit gives me £500, so definitely worth having. Now that item could have had a very low return on investment and very low sales as well, so in which case I would probably avoid it altogether. But before I make any decision, I need to look at that historical data, at least see if it's a seasonal item, because those sales may be about to blow up. So what I'm going to do now is just run through an example with you. So we'll load an example up on Amazon, we'll go through those BuyBot Pro charts, and I'll show you exactly what you need to be looking for. So we can take a look at this Malteser Christmas reindeer, which we would expect to sell really well during Q4. So we can see straight away we've got a profit of £2.96 and a return on investment of 22.7, and we are eligible to sell the item, but we have a low BuyBot Pro score. So this says either we're not eligible to sell the item, which we know we are because it tells us just above. The average return on investment is just 22%, which is outside of my set criteria. And also Amazon have the buy box. So what I'm going to do now is just scroll down, show you those historical data charts, show you how to read them, show you what information we can pull from them. So we scroll all the way down to the bottom, just here. So to start off with, we have these down the right hand side. So we've got the FBA price, Amazon, lowest new, FBM, BSR, buy box, and the sales heat map. And these all correspond with the right colour on the chart here. So if we just turn off lowest new and FBM just for a moment, because we're really not interested in those just at this second. And the sales heat map is this heat map along the bottom. You can just see that I've toggled it on and off. And this shows intense periods of sales. So as it says just there, the BuyBot Pro sales heat map shows periods of intense sales as dark red, gradually getting lighter as the sales slow down. So what this tells us is right now there are a lot of sales happening. Now if we take a look at the BSR just here, so the 11th of October, so about a month ago, the BSR is sitting at 4,845, which is still pretty good. But if we fast forward all the way to today, this has gone down to 844, so definitely a really good seller. Sales are definitely picking up. Now what we can also do is click through these dates at the bottom here, so we can look at the sales over 7 days, 30, 90, all the way through to all time. So if I just click on 365, this just gives you a really good idea of what's going on. So we can see that this BSR last Christmas was very good, as we would expect. And then as we get later into the year, it goes up, the sales start to drop off, all the way through to October this year, where they really start to pick up again, this BSR line going all the way back down. Now what we can see as well is Amazon have been on the listing all the way from September right through. So at the minute, it's telling us that they are holding the buy box. There is no evidence of them sharing it. So what we can do is just scroll down a little bit further And we can look at the buy box statistics for the last 30 days. So this actually shows us Amazon have held 100% of that buy box. So they are not sharing it at all. Now if we click on the last 90 days, there's a slight share there of 9%, but Amazon are still holding the majority. Now if we click on 365 days, again it just gives us a bit of an idea. It shows us the dates here, so the last time the buy box was won, and the percentage that was held by other people. So it's always worth checking this. Now for me, if Amazon have held the buy box for the last 30 days, it's something I would probably look at avoiding. So if we just go back up to those charts again, now what we can also do is look at set periods of time. So if we wanted to, we could just drag from here through to here, and it will show us a breakdown in a lot more detail. So we can hover over, see where the buy box is sat. So we can see just here, Amazon were at £17.84. The buy box was actually held at £19.52, and the lowest FBA price is £22.49. Tells us the BSR again, tells us the times, the dates of everything. So sometimes just worth just scrolling through, just having a look what information we can get from here. Now we also have this offers and reviews, so we can see how many new people are on the listing. We can see the main and subcategory BSRs just here. So again, we can see just how well this is doing. And then if we go down to the bottom, we can actually see the FBA average price and the Amazon average price as well. So we can see over the last 30 days, the FBA average was £20.43, the Amazon average was just £16. The buy box price average was also £16. So again, just be really, really careful. If you cannot compete with Amazon, just do not make the purchase. It doesn't look like they're sharing the buy box anyway, so this could be one of those buys where you just get stuck with a lot of stock you cannot shift. So I hope that just helped to explain those historical data charts, how to read them, why they're so important. So we don't just want to be looking at everything else, we need to be looking at everything as a whole. So I would happily take an item that's got a low return on investment, so long as the sales are great and it's got a reasonable profit on it. During Q4, it's good to get as much as you can, get those sales as high as you can. Now, if you don't have deal analysing software, I would highly recommend Buybot Pro. So I use the mobile app as well, Buybot Go, when I'm out and about. I'm doing that retail arbitrage, and it makes the whole process so much easier. Now, if you have any questions at all on anything I've just been through, please do let me know. Pop a comment below, jump in our Facebook group. I'll do anything I can to help you out. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.